Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Erudition Generations, where today's topic will be talked about. But before we do any of that, I would like to bring attention to a book that is going to come out soon. It's going to come out soon, and that is our mother's book. It is going to come out soon. It isn't out yet, sadly enough, but I can tell you since I got an early peek, it is very hooking. It had me, a person that don't really like reading, switching to the next page.
You know, that's
I'm sorry, did you say
hooking?
I would never phrase it like that ever. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's not something that people want to.
And I'm pretty sure, or you, the viewer, would enjoy reading it too. But yeah, I do read a lot, but it's just the informational stuff.
You just contradicted your person that doesn't like to read a lot.
Well, I don't like to read informational stuff as much as I like to read fiction and stuff. It's a whole process.
You say you don't like to read in general, and thus it was said out into the world.
Yeah, but it is a pretty hooking book. I love everything I'm reading.
Addictive or something. What is hooking? What? Well, I didn't even catch that. What the heck? That's hook. That's what you say for hooking a fish. I don't think I'm a fish trying to read this book.
It's very interesting, and it had me flipping pages to pages. Is that? And yeah.
Is there any other way to read a book?
I cannot talk about it for legal reasons. Yeah, I'm gonna get shot down.
This episode we should just read a book.
But anyway,
today's oh Lord, this says magic tricks.
Hey, it's back.
Yes, that is the donation link. Please, if you want to give to the channel, improve the quality of what you see here,
add a green
go on ahead and support us financially. We can do that. But anywho,
our Christmas episodes a lot more. That's
you and your Christmas.
I couldn't say this yesterday because you freaking cut me off. But yes, if you do decide to pay, you can try to give a topic and we'll try to make it happen. Well, at least
for free.
Free. You can do that for free.
If there's topics that you want to see here, this is always an interactive program for all three programs. If there's something that you want discussed here, you need only ask. Hello, Dad. Good to see you.
Hello, Father. But let's get into today's topic. Let's get into today's topic now. Who brung it up?
Yes. Good to see you, Uncle. Very good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Day.
It's a heat wave.
Breakthrough for sure.
Yes, I know. Very good.
I don't have a special shirt.
Hello, Mom. It's good to see you.
Do I.
Mother. Today's topic is kind of what we always talk about, or why I believe our show exists. Talk about mental well-being.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the power of friendship. I want to talk about video games and dank memes.
No.
What's going to be the power of friendship episode? Exactly. That's going to empower us.
There's a picture in the background. I don't know where y'all picture is. Y'all got
we don't talk about that one.
Sorry, but we don't have nowhere to put it. We could put an oddly tall stand right here and just have a photo of you looking at us with two fingers. Yeah, you know what we can also do? We can make a shrine to Dad just right here. And you know what it'll be like? It'll be like he's here with us. And what? All the time. Down by God? No, it's not that type of shrine. It's just a sentimental one. Like well, Dad's not here right now, but you can have this right here. That sounds more like
getting on mental health. Oh,
yes, getting on mental well-being. I was in a conversation earlier with a group of friends of mine who they recently, because we're coming into summer. Believe it or not, some people have already started or going into summer break preparations, so that by the time May 5th comes,
May 5th?
Yes, May 5th is usually around the time that people start transitioning out in some places, not everywhere. Some of them is late May, some of them is early May. But we were talking about mental well-being because a lot of people, they're going to work. They go in, their coursework throughout the school semester. Then they go and work through the summer. Then they go back into school. And somebody was talking about how it's really just keeping them very busy has caused them to be rather depressed.
I mean, you can't be depressed in the face of the green. When have you ever seen something green that makes you sad besides from the Grinch, the Grouch, and yeah, you get my point.
Throw it. It always makes me sad.
Is green. That's all you need.
Money is the main part of my depression. I never have enough of it.
Money can't buy happiness. Money can buy you depression if you don't have enough of it. But if you have enough money,
you know what? I got another answer for you. Food. Whenever I see green food and it's plastic green, I cry a bit inside.
Whenever I see a greenhouse, a pure greenhouse, I cry.
Exactly. Makes you sad to think about.
That's poison.
That's poison.
Actually, you know what? That's the cure-all of depression.
No, that's Play-Doh. Don't be eating the Play-Doh. It's a
shred. But Play-Doh hold on. Because Play-Doh, these days, Play-Doh ain't talking about fun to play with, not to eat. So, hey, it's out of my hands.
Yeah, but they make us feel very appetizing as a child.
Look, bro, if I can make Play-Doh into spaghetti, then that's what I eat when I'm sad.
Let's not do that. There was an active problem in a school today that the school shut down in Texas. So I understand the need to talk about mental. Yes, that is kind of what brought this up.
Hold on. I have to take a strong man stand really quick. I think that's insensitive because it has nothing to do with us, really.
Texas is part of the United States.
Let me just say
I mean, it's a part of the United States. Teddy, if I punch Matthew in the face, theoretically, would you feel the pain from that punch?
Yeah, but at the same time,
no, but it would still be effective because he'd be well.
Hold on. Have you never felt sad, Elliot?
Hold on, Elliot.
That's kind of what we talking about today.
Elliot, I have something to say to you. If I kick somebody in the groin right in front of you, would you still feel a little bit of the pain?
No.
This is not. Y'all fear so far off topic.
I think.
I don't know what you expect. You said mental well-being. And thus it could be anything from sadness to happiness.
No, but that wasn't my point.
Unadulterated.
I think it's sort of insensitive to talk about a subject like that, especially with how recent it is, when we don't know the standpoints or what's actually happening.
No, she just said it's an active problem in the school today, and those that know, because we won't talk about it until we know more about it later on. That's just how we are. Until we gather all the facts, you won't say anything out to the public because we don't want to sway your opinion or be incorrect and just be like. But really, we just want to talk about mental well-being because these problems happen too often, and then they escalate into problems such as shootings, such as public abuse.
But let me give. If you're in a hard time right now, let me give you some Matthew advice. So, step one, stop. That's step one.
No,
stop.
wait.
And all of it just falls into place.
No,
you make Papa space out for a second.
Step one is pray to God. Just pray to God and say that devil is a lie. Because you want to know the main root of sadness? The devil.
Well, thank you.
I think there's a bit more than that, but
exactly. If there's someone next to you screaming things that make you sad, are you going to look at the ground and be like, "Devil"?
You brought out that anger.
Let's not bring back the Crusaders, Matthew, where we have problems with people.
Happiness comes from God willing.
Praying, meditation. Any form of trying to find peace.
But whatever you do, don't stress eat. Just don't eat. Eat to make yourself feel better.
Wait, hold on. Back
Well,
up.
if that's taken out of context, if that's taken out of context, I might be
when you said don't eat, you kind of lost me there.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
don't get it.
No, don't stress. Because
Yes.
stress eating, it will
get out of hand.
it will always get out of hand. That's kind of why I presented this topic, because they were asking. Somebody had asked me within the group, why do they say that the depressed people sleep a lot? Because somebody that this person knew a person that was seemingly depressed. And she kept saying, "Well, I'm always sleeping." I have theories about that can be backed up through psychology of that reason I told her that. So they're now working on a way to make her reality better. Because what happens when you sleep? Usually,
I have a good dream and I feel better when I wake up.
yes.
No, I feel worse because I'm like, that was such a wonderful layout. Oh, I'm cute.
Well, your statement is a little bit 50-50 because I most recently had a dream where Papa was driving. This was already a bad sign. He was driving and he drove into a freaking forest. There was a crash behind us. I don't talk about that. But he drove into a forest, and for some reason Ellie was there. We both had knives, and it was pretty weird.
And then I ended up in the forest after Papa committed high traffic murder. What the heck?
And there were a lot of people. There were
video games taught me one thing.
That's a whole nightmare video game. He said don't stress eat. That's exactly what he said. I don't know what y'all.
Yeah, let's address Dad's comment. See,
Yeah,
Dad, if I'm playing a stressful game, I lose when the boss is at like 1 HP. I'm gonna down like 3 bags of cheese balls, and you can't blame me.
Cheese balls? Just grab yourself a whole roll of cheese.
The moral of that. The moral of the story.
My chest hurt.
What, you feeling sad? Say you feeling sad?
I feel sick. Remove Papa and just make it Elliot Phillips.
Eat a whole thing of cheese.
Then I'll have to be in your mind. I'm gonna be here in spirit.
Oh, like Matthew's Jimmy.
But
hold on, let me just finish it up. So, I ended up getting shot and died in the dream, and I woke up feeling terrible.
no, Matthew, I didn't say that you didn't have nightmares.
You go into the nightmare part. Oh Lord!
In fact, I very clearly said what usually happens. What usually happens. You need to pray. I don't know what's wrong with you, but. What usually happens is that you go to sleep, you dream, but again, like he just said, you can't control your dream, so you often start sleeping a lot. Because a lot of people, if your reality is terrible, you often veer into escapism of fantasy. If sometimes you don't want to deal with a video game, because I'm not good at any video games, so that only frustrates me more. And then the only thing I really can control is going to sleep, maybe having a dream, and I'll sleep all throughout the day and just stay in bed until I either have a good dream that pleases my mood, or I wake up and then I go, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to sleep until I feel better.
Yeah,
sometimes it doesn't happen. They said that she slept all day up to 16 hours. Of course, it's a game chat, so everybody already knew. Like, where in the world do you get 16 hours to sleep?
Yeah,
what are
really
you doing?
Sometimes I just don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah, but Tay, this kind of shows how y'all believe. See, the common belief is you can sleep all day. That, I like to say, is a complete lie. You're not going to be able to sleep all day. You got to go to the bathroom at some point. You got to get up to, you need water. You're going to be dehydrated.
No, I'm not saying cups for water, Papa. I'm saying cups for your business.
You know what's going to happen? At some point in time, you're going to wake up and you ain't going to be going back to sleep for a while. So you're just going to be laying there like.
Exactly. They said that they spent hours. A lot of them, we say hours sleeping. they're really just in bed until they feel like getting up and something makes them get up.
All right, but
It's what people also call that you probably say memes about of I feel like I'm on life on autopilot right now. That's what they mean. I'm only doing the basic functions. I really don't know what I'm doing when I'm because you still got to work. Still, you can't be moping in bed if you don't have a roof to lay under. So they're on autopilot until they get back home, and it's like I'm still not happy. And then they go to sleep. That's really bad for mental well-being because a lot of people, just because you don't feel motivated doesn't mean you're not disciplined to do the things that you need to do, especially when it comes to working and maintaining families so they can eat.
I'm motivated 100% of the time. In fact, I'm motivated 200% of the time.
There's nothing to worry about. I would be worried if you were depressed. Like, what are you depressed about?
I'm depressed about the fact that all the food in the world is mine right now. Right this minute.
You go. Talk.
I'm depressed that the new Shrek movie didn't come out, Matthew. And do you know why?
It's in the making.
Nothing to do with.
Both know.
All right, but
I believe if you are sitting in bed all day, see, I can understand if you're depressed, but there's one way to cure depression in a quick and easy way, and nobody ever tells you this. Stay off the internet.
Okay, I just want to say
a lot of you can't really say that anymore because of the way that it's adapted. Because an older person that was in the chat said the same thing. Well, the internet is not for you. That's not necessarily true. A lot of people.
I'm not saying the entire internet, Teddy.
But hear me out. The thing is that you can't just stay off the internet because that's basically people's connection to the outside world right now. Because they went
to the outside world for a reason. Where are you going? The metaverse?
Elliot, have you ever gone outside and then thought, well, I'm sad about the internet. Let me turn that off and let me go outside. And then you see a plastic bag in a field, and then you're instantly like, all over again.
It's escapism. It's a way to escape temporarily from the problems that you have. Somebody that might relate, and we're states away, because you're not just gonna drive 6 hours and go, oh, do you need a hug, buddy? No, you talk to somebody, a group of friends. That usually helps.
I would do that. Airdrop a hug to you.
Yep.
All right.
Why your arms cut off in the mail?
I mean, fly myself over your house and just go like, come outside, and I just.
Welcome to the stream. Hold on. Let me just say this: if you are just coming on, even if it's after hours, then the stream has well passed, even 4 days, even a year. Actually, we won't read it. But make sure you still comment. Your comment is much appreciated.
You've gone for a year.
Matthew, have you been cutting people off this whole time to say just that?
No, I also wanted to get on another topic of mental health, and how to actually improve your mental health, and do other things. But I'm gonna let you all finish this up.
No, please.
No, enlighten us,
because I would like to talk about this on a grand scale.
So the main part that somebody might not be feeling okay or happy is because of another person, and that is very common in this day and age of technology. So, it could be manipulating, which is very easy to counter, and also bullying, which is also very easy to counter, unless they lose your ID. Then you're just screwed. But
well, that is true.
A good way to stop manipulators is not give them your time. If you don't give them your time, they can't really do anything.
What you do if you're in a situation where you can't do that?
No, this is right. Because think about it. When I watched the old TV show, I remember quite specifically that this person was getting bullied. In fact, they were getting stuff stolen from them, and they said, swiper, no swiper. And he just said, oh, man.
I forgot about that.
But I actually have valid points against the manipulator part. Because during a manipulator, you can see that they'll want your time and your attention and more or than anything, and just so they can get on your nerves. And some people just live to get on your nerves.
Well, that's also the reality of the internet. That's why people say that, saying like Elliot just said, of stay off the internet. The internet's not for you, because there's always going to be somebody out there like that. You want to surround yourself with people that won't trigger you.
All people do.
To be fair, this has a simple solution though to it. Because what you could do.
Up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
this has a very simple solution. In fact, it has two simple solutions. The first one is blink very fast. If somebody's trying to manipulate you, blink like every second. Just
so they
and then they realize that they're talking to an off TV, and then they just leave. Or you can every single time they're trying to manipulate you, get a whole thing of water the whole time they're talking, just drink it. Even if it's empty, just act like you're drinking it still. And they'll just look at you like, and they'll eventually just walk away. Or
this is the definition of never let them know your next move.
Another thing that's manipulated.
No. Or you could do the actual thing you should do when in an abusive relationship with a manipulator is contact somebody you know and can trust, which could be your parents, your friends, your relatives, whatever. Ask if you can stay if the situation gets too bad. And if none of that works, call the cops. I mean, if you own the crib, then you get the dib.
That's too many steps when I could just make my real dungeon in the basement.
Another make conversations of just drink a lot. No, let's not do that.
Not drink. Don't drink anything else. Just water. It will confuse them a lot more because they'll think, "Why aren't you getting sick of water every single time we talk?" And they'll immediately get even scareder because they'll be like, "He's
this one." What I like, that's what I like to do, as well as laugh very, very hard. There's a reason that you can do things on the internet, which I think is what which I think that's what Matthew was alluding to. Not really,
and I have another thing to say,
but you
smiling without ceasing will indicate you are insane. You have pretty much hit my points, but you have added a worse outcome to it because you're going to be in a padded room smiling at a wall.
Sadly, unlike y'all, I didn't fall in a
it alarms people.
Changed my skin forever.
Behind closed doors, Joker does not smile.
All right,
that's exactly what you're describing. You want to basically turn into the Joker for whatever is going on. If you leave me, I'm gonna.
But yeah, Matthew, go ahead and say what you were going to say before we get.
Hold on for freaking context. Except you're just not joining the stream. We are talking about mental well-being. But also another way to deal with a manipulator. God dang it! Hold on.
Well, while he tries to remember that, because y'all veered off topic completely. If you're dealing with a situation with a manipulator, what you definitely need to do is avoid that person. Surround yourself with people who do not manipulate you and will not trigger you, and then you will find yourself able to smile and laugh when these things occur because it's not a common problem.
I get what you're saying. The imagination method. You just imagine that person is a figment of your imagination, and you just get a giant eraser, scribble them out.
It's always good to do the right thing before you catch that right thing. You know what I'm saying? You never want to get in a situation where you want to physically abuse the person that is trying to manipulate you. Because at that point, you're almost as bad as them. Depending on the situation, it varies. Half the time you won't be, but still.
I mean, to be fair, unless you are eating a carrot and saying, "What's up, Doc?" I think you're pretty fine. You're not the bully in this case.
I was going to lose my mind. I didn't know where you was going.
I can't really remember.
Back away while what this means is that this is real saying. You back away because your eyes are on the person. Then you can turn and walk away. You never want to walk away from people when they're triggering you because you never know what they're doing, what people are capable of these days. Exactly.
I agree.
What's
it's like releasing a test fart.
No,
No,
it's not.
no.
It's nothing like that. I don't.
I mean, to be
How?
fair, it does give me horror and
I
dismay.
mean, you could
That,
maybe
that's
use
I can't
controlling
remember.
your tone
I
around
can't
people.
remember the.
It's fine. We have more to go over.
Well, Matthew, in that case, before we get off this part, just give your best example of something to do to deal with a manipulator. Maybe then it'll come back to you.
So basically, first what you want to do is just not give them your attention. If you don't give them your attention, they can't really do anything. They can't annoy you. So when you have to make
I'm
sure
not
you
sure about that.
not near them. Another thing you can do is just talk to somebody else. If they see that you're not engaging with them, they will get jealous.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's the thing we're trying to avoid.
Exactly.
Avoid
Yeah,
physical
I
contact.
think we're trying to avoid that one. But hey,
And the last advice I can really give you is stay prayed up.
Because one thing I can tell you right there, because from dealing with people, because I was still in a brick and mortar school format, and when you deal with people for enough, you tend to dislike them, and then you really don't want to put hands on anyone when you're angry. However, even if they give you very probable cause, because you will be very surprised just how much strength you have. And then again, when talking with adults, this was in grade school, at least in the third grade. Punches, we all got scrawny arms, we're not doing much. Grown men and grown people, they don't be.
My arms ain't strong.
Grown men and grown women, grown people, they do not play fights. When you hit someone that has the strength to cause problems. We just recently saw this problem happen with a girl that was in McDonald's, and a grown man hit her and just stomped his head to the ground. What is that doing up there?
Smile
Yeah.
like I do.
no.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
that is better than
exactly.
violence.
That's the best way to get somebody to leave you alone.
Yeah.
Just smile like that. It will instantly be like, all right, we're leaving. And then
You don't want any violence.
If they
Okay,
files though.
Let's-
If they delete the files, everything on the line. They're getting hit with the Mortal Kombat
bro,
combos,
if you delete the save
guitar
files,
combos, you getting hit with everything.
you understand, bro. Deleting save files is the one thing you don't do. As a bully, it's the equivalent of deleting a year's worth of homework. Or worse, I willingly did this. So in all honesty, you do that, and it's awful. It's on.
Yeah, that is the perfect face, and that's how I was when we were in school. That's the smile that you give of, I don't know what you're talking about, but good on you. You back away, you walk away, and then you try to avoid that person. Either way,
that person up there, I would definitely avoid them, because you know what? That smile is not a smile. That's, you're talking to me. Don't you know what a bad idea that is?
Oh yeah, and take it from me. Do not trust.
Yes, or get weird. Have your own little antics to deal with them. Either way, it will diffuse a situation very, very quickly.
Or start.
That's just my answer.
No, honestly,
But this is if you have the encounter in reality. A lot of the encounters that people have are usually online related, and with that, there's a block button, people. You can choose to deal with these people. You can also choose to avoid them.
Yeah, that is.
And what you need to do, avoid them. Surround yourself with only people that's online. Because look, when you're online, don't be mistaken that that's life. It is an escape. If at any time you feel like, oh man, this is becoming a bit much, you need to stop.
Oh yeah.
Don't smile like that.
Yeah.
that was the smile that Elliot gave when someone asked him, "Hey, we're gonna take a picture real quick to measure what was it? This board to show how big it was." And he decided, let me pull the most random, creepiest smile that I can possibly give. This will definitely cause you problems.
Oh yeah, if you do want to come on stream, make sure you do try to contact us about that. And also, if you really want to, just scream into the top of your lungs, or tell a story about Jimmy. No, Jimmy is always available. Just say,
you start speaking about imaginary friends, somebody else will be to see you.
We can argue that, Dad. I'd give him a 6 out of 10 punchability. Maybe a 3 friendability. The scales.
Yeah, I see this as a video game. If I do the long dialogue, I feel like that's gonna get that faces the bad egg. I'll just go walk up. Oh no, it's the menace.
Oh yeah, never mess with babies.
See, no, that's a controversial topic, but punching babies should be legal.
No,
what?
It's not.
No.
In all honesty, do you know why I say that? I don't say it for most reasons. I say it for one reason alone. You and Matthew were terrifying as babies.
No,
you don't understand.
You gotta let me finish before I
you
sound
don't
like a bad
understand.
person.
You two were menaces. You would throw toys half your size at our heads at full force, and I've never seen a baby grab a fire truck and then with 2 goo-goos just throw it at my and then laugh.
I mean, they were some incredibly willed children. None more than Elliot than there was Matthew. Because even Dad, y'all scared him when you pulled yourself from the walker, fell down to the floor, got up, and was on the roll. And then Dad put you in there and did it again. You had to look at you and see, is this for real? This is really happening. And when you fell down to the ground, you laughed and then went back on the roll again. So, in that
let's move past all the allegations and mistruths and address the comment. None of that ever happened. So I ain't gotta worry.
You remember, don't you? You were in full control. I knew it.
It's very important to remember not everyone is capable of helping others improve their mental health. But you all have some great ideas of immediate self-care. Exactly. You need to deal with the problem immediately. And we know that you can't just avoid life in general. That usually leads to that depression. But what you can do is surround yourself with people that will cheer you up. Now, the real question that we were trying to
really is, Eddie, before you say it, how do you avoid missing your aggressor? Because this is a common problem that keeps seeming to happen in abusive relationships. And you see it everywhere where they go back to the abuser.
If you're missing your aggressor, you know what you do? You walk outside and you deal with wasps. And you know what that will teach you? Missing something that hurts you, like, I don't know, wasps in the summertime, is the most stupid thing you could ever deal with.
Nobody was an innocent baby, man. Ellie Papa had an arm on him as well.
Yeah, but let me just say this shortly so Teddy can get back.
Stockholm syndrome.
So Teddy can get into his topic.
Yes, Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, hold on. He's Googling. No, he's not Googling that.
It's what it's called. It's called Stockholm syndrome.
The worst thing that really does happen is stuff in relationships. And I just want to real quick get into this.
This ain't a reaction video. I hate to tell you.
So I just want to say, hey, here's a few ways to spot as a gold digger.
What? Nothing. We're talking about mental health, not
right now. They do damage your mental health. They do that. But
anyway, okay, let's get that.
Better.
Let's get that let's address that topic of relationships since y'all want to go into that.
Oh, in that case, hold on. I got something for you. Here's 2 ways to detect a backstabber. One, they come to your house again.
What? Shut up! You got the wrong backstabber. I'm thinking metaphoric.
I have water. I keep
I'm gonna
drinking.
put it this way.
I don't
Everybody's
know.
still hungry for a bit of green.
Yeah, we're into the summer.
Vegetables, money, or anything. Everybody hungry for a little green. Now, how hungry you are for that green defines your person. If you too hungry for that green to the point you switching up on everybody just to get a little bit more green, that's your problem.
Bro, have you never read the book Green Eggs and Ham? Dude did a freaking 180 real fast.
Exactly.
Smile in your face.
Not my point at all.
All the time trying to take your place. But I don't think Sean Anthony was talking about that. I'm pretty sure he was talking about.
Oh no, Dad got it completely right. Good job, Dad. You saw the reference through all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
You don't have
But
to go
still,
to
who is going into? They break into. Your first step was first they break in. That's a different type of backstabbing, Sean Anthony.
They come to your house again and again.
Missing your aggressor is actually common. So the phrase replacing old friends, which is really about what I'm trying to do. How do you replace that circle of people, of negative people? Because once you avoid them, it's like, dang, this was the only person that I had, or maybe this was one of the people that I thought I could trust, and now I can't talk to them because they're manipulative or they're causing me problems.
Well, Teddy,
Don't worry, we'll give you one heck of a show to watch.
We understand.
On the rewind. We'll see you, bro.
Man,
all right.
Before he gets back.
See you, Joe. Good to have you. How do you replace that circle of friends that you have, or maybe that friend that was causing you problems? Because we do want to surround ourselves with good people so that we have positive energy to grab from that's not going to send us into negative thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Ted.
I have your answer. Well, in this modern day and age, there's a possibility, very slim, where somebody will completely indulge themselves to replace their friends with AI. They will completely just replace their friends with AIs to fill that gaping hole. That is your answer.
Exactly, Matthew, and that leads me to my solution. You just go full on Dr. Robotnik mode. Put animals who you call your friends into robot machinery, or just roboticize your old friends. What did Mom say? Replacing old friends.
The therapist who oddly wears a blue suit is gonna.
There's a reason that it's called Eggman now.
He's got a freaking cute, and he's got a banana nose.
There's a reason that they have Eggman and not Dr. Robotnik anymore. Because, as you just said, that is borderline unethical and weird. Remember, that guy that got a pair of maracas and danced to the song to be in love with a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I've never seen a man happier than that man. If you don't know him, look up the song, look up the video, and then look at how happy that man is to have his maracas. I've never seen a man more happy.
Even though you can't hear them, he was enjoying himself. Some folks' computer is their lover and confidant, and you know what? It is going into that.
But again, on AI, and then all of a sudden they tell you everything you don't.
It's what we perpetuate in society, and one of the things that I was studying before I went into psychology that made me go into psychology to begin with was first the human anatomy, and then it was sociology, how society works. And the thing is that we say, well, you have a very nihilistic way of thinking, but just for saying the truth that you might not want to hear. In reality, we know society is bonkers.
Doomed.
Bananas.
Doomed. Hopefully not. So I would say bonkers.
Say, have you heard of Bite the Curve?
Pray.
No.
I've seen everything, but I've seen
It's pretty self-explanatory. Somebody bites the curve and somebody kicks their head on the curve.
Seen the donkey fly?
Yeah.
I've seen a horse fly.
I don't know what you're. No, I've never heard. I've heard of Bite the Dust from Freddie Mercury. I ain't never heard no Bite the Curve. Then again, there's a lot of things I ain't heard.
I think y'all talking about Bite the Bullet or something, because
no.
But
did I just time travel? Why are we talking about curve? Let's just rewind.
you gotta get your daily nutrients. And
here's a question. Currently, because it changes, name one thing you want in a woman you love.
Not gonna say. That's a trap. That's a trap. That's a fool. That's a hooligan.
Yeah, it does sound like a trap question.
See,
if she comes with the ability to cure my asthma, I'm set, boy.
Nobody's gonna do that.
There's two things.
The only limit that I really do care about is not to do drugs. Because if it's a smoke,
your standard's real low, so she can beat you half to death, but you'd be fine as long as she doesn't do drugs.
Okay, there are multiple standards, but that's just one of them. Don't do drugs, especially smoking.
Man, Matthew, they needed you back in the war on drugs era. They needed you just to be sitting there like, I can tolerate everything. But a woman who does drugs, that's just enough from me.
See, there's two things that I need in a woman. One, this is going to sound real wrong.
They need to look like you, don't they?
See, I was going to say that originally. Okay, look. There's one thing. I don't like girls that are too showy with their God-given baby feeders. See,
I don't like them just.
It's a common misconception that men are attracted to. How do I say this? The dangaloos. Yes, yeah. You
could have just used the atomically correct term.
No, we're not going to do that. See, if I like them decent size. If they too big, I can't do it. If I can't hug you without feeling normal, we're going to have to back up. Now, everything changes when I bring up the booty. See, notice how I said booty.
I blame this on your upbringing. We need to ban you from social media. We got to
exactly.
Like Thanos said, everything must come with some dang misbalance, and that's what I'm talking about. And you don't even up top, but if you got it down low, and you got it, if you funny like me, if you're me, if you look like, if you have my face, if you have my face, my glasses, my hair, maybe not my hair.
Your favorite color?
Like Elliot, right?
Yeah, that's a doppelganger, Elliot. That's borderline narcissism.
Borderline? That's pure narcissism. You don't understand. He pretty much copied an image of himself and been like, "This is me. I want this."
So I just wanted to say this. If I wanted to think a little bit. If you're watching this and you are somehow out in a relationship with me, I just want to say my opinions do change. But I want somebody wholesome.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll get my own solo.
Decent to small size.
No, you won't. I'll make sure that
I'll get my own solo show on Monday tomorrow, so don't worry. See, I know that's your day.
And let me guess, you all just be talking. Okay. Elliot's show gonna just be him describing the female body without saying any definition. He's just gonna
you describe instead of using the atomically correct term of breast, he decided to go on and say baby. That tells you where his mind is. Like when I get with someone, I'm trying to be comfortable enough to have kids. And that's great, but you didn't need to put it on full display.
I said they can't be too big because if they're too big, that's going to cause problems. And problems I do not want. Unless they're problems like how handsome I am and nobody can get their eyes off me. But that's a different type of problem. And one that cannot be solved unless you have. If you're crazy like me, actually, we can't have that. You can't be crazy like me.
No.
If you come in my room in the middle of the night with a hammer trying to mess my face up a little bit so other people don't look at me the same.
I'm sorry, Fixing Phillips coming over.
There's one thing I left out.
Yeah. Elliot just gave two answers. Papa, what was your answer to the question?
Enlighten us.
Oh, my answer to the question was simple. All I said was, if she comes in, she ain't got to look like nothing. In fact, she's pure air. Because my perfect one comes in a bottle, a drinkable cure to asthma. I'm set, boys. I don't need nothing else.
Steal her lungs?
No. For the formula that gives me perfect lungs, I can run forever, endlessly.
Plankton? There's too many questions. Let's just move. Teddy, what about you?
I wanted to give a little bit more detail.
I can run straight down forever.
I'm sorry, Dave, but let me just say this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of people, but my opinions do change. I don't like girls that show their skin too much. Like I'm talking about this whole half cut here. I don't like that.
I don't know. If she does that for me.
Hold on, Matthew. Hold on.
No,
does that mean, Matthew, that they can't show their shoulder? Are you the school teachers?
No.
But I get what he's saying. People that are too flashy
and also skin color,
who are clearly trying to market something.
Hold on, back up now. Skin color. Okay,
I like the basic most freaking.
What's basic, Matthew?
Let's be honest. I know what Matthew's saying. I know what Matthew's saying.
Nope.
He does not know.
I like the normal.
Exactly.
Simple, bro.
There's so many questions right
now. I know.
I like the normal color that you see around the world. But
that sounds racist.
I also like black. So I like both
just
girls.
say you like a good chocolate vanilla swirl and stop talking before you get canceled.
Yeah, I like both.
Hey, there's more than just both, Matthew.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than both. You know what? It's too late to save you. You cancel.
Matthew. There's a thing called
Summer Night on a winter day.
I love any girl other than mint chocolate chip.
Y'all don't win all this ice creams.
If you ain't Twitch green, I don't want you.
But I do like the mix.
What is with you and the Grinch?
I can take
it out for him today.
I can take it black. I can even take it Asian. I just like mixed better.
Yo, Matthew, you need an own show called Matthew. You get it canceled. That's all you do is sit there and apologize. Sorry. For an hour straight. That's
the way you put it like that. When you put it like that, Dad, I sound like a.
See, Dad, thank you for clearing it up, but it's too late. Matthew's getting canceled. I hear people outside. They riding. They mad.
You say he likes mix. Wow.
Hey, he likes. Yes, leave him alone. And he's young. Preferences change over time.
Yeah.
Teddy, please. We do not need Matthew to change his preference and be like, you know what? All normal colors, get out of here. I want primary colors only. And they go behind looking at green, yellow, red people looking at you, and you're like, oh, what is this? And people look like they just been painted. You looking at the. You
know what? Let's not get in it.
You look at it.
I mean, I could. It would be fine dying because people are always dying in hair. But if you die in skin color, that ain't good. Oh, that's right. I didn't give mine, did I?
Yeah. Let's see. Will you be?
Come on, Teddy. Come on. You the only hope here.
Yeah, get it in, Teddy.
I'm trying to find what I want in a woman that I love. Safety, because that's one thing with me with people that we have here. I have asthma. That is a given. At some point, I'm going to need to sleep.
Are you
Just like anyone. If I don't feel comfortable laying next to you, even on the couch, that's gonna be a problem.
Are you gonna take one of the
And I'm saying that because a lot of these people.
Nah, I don't like them expand. Yeah. When the chest's too large, no, that's not right.
What I'm saying is, you want to be able to trust somebody to sleep next to them, because not that kind.
No,
that comes later. But when I need to have someone safe to sleep next to, because the problem is a lot of people and this whole prank culture that we have, you don't do something, and that's gonna be it. Such as if you come up to me stirring water, talking about hey, you want to drink this? What?
I'm gonna take out a two-way.
Again, we don't have to do anything evil.
No, that's the answer right there. What you do is what Matthew said. You grab the.
I'm going to grab a two-way straw shaped in a heart, and I'm going to say, let's both drink.
Nah, you grab the water, you throw it on them, and you say that I was just testing to see if you were the Wicked Witch of the West. That's all you got to do.
And if it's boiling hot coffee, you go into prison. But other than that, you say,
why she giving you boiling hot coffee and tell you to drink it? Please. God.
Yeah, someone that is serious and realistic and not trying to harm me.
But that's boring. Who wants safety when
exactly.
you can have fun?
Who wants safety when all you need is a bunch of body doubles? Just every single time you go to sleep, have a secret area she never knows you in, have a test dummy, and when you hear that test dummy go pop, you know it was a good thing you weren't there.
And then you come out and start throwing little Caesar's pieces at her.
No, but
you never did. You never did answer the right question. What skin color?
See, man, we ain't trying to go down the rabbit hole that you went down.
Yeah, that you went into. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
mine I don't.
Before the
mine, I don't really care. It just so long as it's a mutual trust. Because I'm trying to go all the way. It's not just the date. When you date, you want the intention that this should go further than just a meal and whatnot. You're testing the waters that first date. But as you start getting deeper into a relationship, you think, can I spend my life with this person?
So
if trust is a major key player in that, because if at any moment trust is gone, then that is not a relationship we need
to be fair. You can't go the distance with too much resistance.
Hold up. So you would date Joe Biden if he was safe enough?
Not with the music references.
I have to do it.
I think my question was perfectly reasonable. You would go on a date with Joe Biden if he was safe enough.
Elliot, I do you one better. You would date a house because that's the perfect amount of safety. You can live in it. Once you marry it, that's it. You can claim it's a person. Never gotta pay again.
You would marry a ship.
A ship.
Have these pranks caused young men concern about trusting women?
Yeah, there's this thing.
Human populace in general
PS5.
for me.
He had this nice PS5. His girl went on his PS5 when he wasn't looking for a prank video. Deleted all this stuff. Oh, it made me so mad. He had so much control. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
he was 1 second away from doing a Mortal Kombat combo. Leg sweep, the pie face, and then the skedaddle with the backflips.
Bro, I can see the future right now. The prank's gonna get far worse. In fact, there's gonna be the hide as your wall prank, where somebody just comes to your house without you ever knowing, paste themselves the color of your wall, and then they just hide there.
But why did you talk about that again?
Why are you giving ideas for pranks? And that's terrible. Yes, it is a great question.
And then
Does she have to be
That's
fine?
your first mistake. See,
Because she just.
I'm all about.
Aren't they the same?
I'm all about aiming
she
for
cannot
the
be
stars.
ugly.
Okay, that's kind of crazy to say.
I don't know what ugly would be.
You're canceled.
Wow.
Let me get my take in on this.
But anyway.
So, look, your
Unibrow
first
jacked
mistake.
up to stomach that is
Not
way
well
over.
kept. That's how brevity, Matthew. Just
You canceled again,
because
Matthew.
it gets worse.
Okay, look, here's my take on it. Look, your first ever mistake as a man is going for a girl. I'm all about shooting for the stars, man. But if you're going for a girl that looks way better than you, good on you. And if you get the bag, that's good on you. But then you constantly gonna be paranoid when you see people going past the street and looking back at her. So then you're gonna start growing this complex in your head that can make your relationship toxic. I'm not saying you can't have yourself a fine girl. But if you're gonna get a fine girl, you need to keep yourself at fine standards.
Let me say this.
If honestly, me personally though, I like me a cute little girl when I can laugh with. She don't have
A cute little girl. Hold on.
Look. I'll say this before Matt says his piece. I would say this. I do not agree with Elliot. In fact, I disagree with him fundamentally for one reason. Do not get yourself a fine girl. Do not get yourself a cute girl. In fact, go for that Voldemort look. Go for that girl who you know ain't nobody gonna go for. Do you know why? Because, my friend, you'll never have to worry a day in your life. Oh, in fact, whenever somebody talks to you, dog, when you date that girl who look like Wario, you. Yeah, that's the whole problem, man. That we cannot
This is
address.
why
I have to.
For future context, and this is never taken out of context, I was laughing. I was coughing.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Too late.
Okay.
I had a you should not have proposed this topic, Dad.
Okay.
You should have known.
Let me just say this.
We can't answer. We can agree with you here, and we cannot answer you because no offense, but saying that mom is that just don't go well for me. That
Exactly.
Just,
and if we say otherwise, that also doesn't go well.
Exactly.
For us.
We're gonna find ourselves in heaven talking to God.
All right. Let me say this. I have a friend, and in my opinion, he has his standards too low. He's dating a girl that looks. I can't even say that it's
That's
good.
his personal
He
preference.
looks like
That's a whole nother thing.
Again, it's
own
personal
personal preference.
And oh boy, y'all. Oh, thank God, it's almost an hour. I will say, be careful.
Cancel. Everybody got to go down today.
Hold on. Shrek got a girl at the end. Not only did he get a girl, he got a princess. Let's be honest here, and that's what we need to realize here.
Did you see how handsome Shrek was when he was human?
Exactly, and that's what we have to remember here. Shrek rose the beauty standards by 500 times. In all honesty, no man is ever going to reach that standard. In fact, pray that you are born again in a Disney dream.
Before we close out, I just want to say
I've been nervous because you never know what will come out of these three. And
before we close out, I gotta say something Shrek said.
Do you?
Girls, well, it's not exactly, but
no.
Girls
I think
have layers.
Layers? Wait, what?
No.
Like girls have layers.
Like Donkey's girlfriend from Shrek?
I'm talking about different personalities.
Why are we talking about Shrek?
I'm talking
Why
about.
are we talking about Shrek? Let's talk about the
because
Joker
people,
instead.
as you can see, this whole episode was about the mental wellness. And as you can see, if you watched all the way to the end of this, get your mental wellness checked. In fact, we got a book for it coming out soon. We're going to talk about generational wealth. And it's going to talk about how this entire stream does not go into that book at all. But it's a good book. You should check it out.
And also, before we leave, I just want to say,
Mom,
if you haven't already, buy our father's book. He spent like
A long
2
time
years
on it.
on it. Totally. He didn't spend like
Beauty comes
3 days.
from the spirit. Why would it be 3 days to write a book? Beauty comes from the spirit. You will love her if she has a great heart and loves you. Exactly.
And great love.
And on that note, we are going to close out.
Hold on.
That's why I love
We need to address